Next Chapter Podcasts.
So good, so good, so good.
New fall arrivals are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Get ready to save big with up to 60% off Vince, Kurt Geiger London, and more.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
Because there's always something new.
Join the Nordy Club at Nordstrom Rack to unlock exclusive discounts on your favorite brands. Shop new arrivals first and more. Plus, get an extra 5% off every Rack purchase with a Nordstrom credit card. Great brands, great prices. That's why you Rack.
Abercrombie denim is everything right now. Denim should feel like this. Confident, easy, like your butt has never looked better. If you didn't know, Abercrombie's Curve Love denim went viral in 2019 for eliminating waist gap, and it's still a game changer. Between that and their classic fits with a straighter line from waist to hip, the perfect denim does exist. Shop Abercrombie denim in the app, online, and in store.
Join Play On Premium to get merch like t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, ad-free episodes, and bonus content video featuring interviews with the actors, producers, playwrights, and directors who brought it all to life. Go to ncpodcasts.com and subscribe to Play On Premium to support the art and the artists.
Hello, and welcome back to Play On Podcasts, epic audio adventures reimagining timeless tales. I'm executive producer Michael Goodfriend, and I hope you're as excited as I am to start our newest series, The Tragedy of Richard III. This classic work by William Shakespeare has been a long time coming for us, which is ironic, given the fact that it was supposedly one of the first the Bard ever wrote. Penned sometime between 1592 and 1594, it's the last in a four-part series, or tetralogy, chronicling a particularly turbulent portion of English history, the War of the Roses, which marked the rise of the Tudor dynasty, who would hold the throne for over 100 years. Not only was Richard III one of Shakespeare's earlier plays, it was also one of his biggest hits, with new editions of it being published 5 different times during the playwright's life. And it wasn't just a big deal, it was also a big production. At the time it was first produced, it was the longest stage play ever written in English. That was, of course, until Shakespeare wrote Hamlet a few years later. Richard III also has more named characters than any of Shakespeare's other plays, and Richard himself has more lines than any of the Bard's other characters. So how do we make such a complicated and wide-ranging story dealing with a forgotten period of English history relevant to contemporary listeners? Well, we set it in the San Francisco Bay Area at the height of the Latin punk movement of the early 80s. Playwright Migdalia Cruz was inspired to set her translation here when she recalled the fear and excitement she felt the first time she walked into a punk rock club as a young woman traveling in London. Director Lisa Rothi and composers David Molina and Lindsay Jones have worked wonders to create an audio atmosphere that is perfectly evocative of the anything-can-happen environment Migdalia experienced then. Now, it's your turn to feel the thrill of uncertainty and the fear of chaos Elizabethans might have felt when they first saw the reincarnation of one of England's most notorious villains. Put on your leather, spike your hair, grab your brass knuckles, and join me in Mabway Gardens, also known as Fab Mab, for episode 1 of the Play On podcast series, Richard III, Born with Teeth.
Next Chapter Podcast presents the Play On podcast series, Richard III. Episode 1, Born with Teeth. For the best listening experience, be sure to use headphones or earbuds. And remember, we are not safe. Aquino, owner of Fab Mab. Rule of the house?
Keep the blood off the floor!
Right. Now we've got one set from Edward of York. All right, I agree. But then it's House of Lancaster. And Akeros. All right. One from House of York.
Brother! Sorry, Edward!
He is thirsty.
Yeah!
But thou art a foul-shapen stigmatic.
Come on!
Brother!
Sorry, Edward.
The cluster and good devil were alike.
Marked by your mother's womb to be avoided.
Through the hour that ever thou was born, the owl shrieked at thy birth, an evil sign. Richard! Okay!
As venomous toads or lizard strep stings.
The night crow cries call forth a lucky sign. Dogs howl, and hideous tempers shake down trees.
Thou was born to be a plague to men.
Thy mother felt more than a mother's pain, brought forth an indigested and deformed lump. Brother!
Oh, Jesus. He is thirsty.
To signify thou came to fight the world.
Where is that devil's butcher?
I have no brother! I have like no brother!
Now is the winter of our discontent.
Richard, bro, come on, get in, let's go.
May glorious summer by this son of York, and all the clouds that glowered upon our house buried in the deep bosom of the ocean. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bloodied arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful melodies. Grim-faced war had smoothed his wrinkled brow, and now, instead of mounting armored steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries,
Richard! Brother!
King Edward!
Come.
He capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass. I, that am crudely shaped, and lack love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph.
Are we out of beer?
I then am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this mortal world, scarce half made up, and still so lame and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I limp by them. Why, I, in this pastoral time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time unless to see my shadow in the sun and sing above my own deformity. Oh, I am so amazingly misshapen and ugly that everybody thinks it weird. Well, fuck the lot of you. I hate you as much as you hate me. Fuck off. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, to while away these fair well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain. And hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots have I laid. Dangerous first steps taken with drunken prophecies, false words and dreams to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate the one against the other. And if King Edward be as true and just as I am subtle, false and treacherous, this day should Clarence closely be caged up about a prophecy which says that G of Edward's heirs, the murderer, shall be...
Dale, George!
Dive. Thoughts.
Dale, pa'lante.
Our middle brother, George Clarence, comes.
Vamos.
Brother, good day. What means this armed guard?
His Majesty, tending to my person's safety, appointed this escort to convey me to the tower.
Upon what cause?
Because my name is George?
Oh no, my lord, that fault is none of yours. He should for that condemn your godfathers.
But what's the matter, Clarence? May I know?
Yea, Richard, when I know. But I protest as yet I do not. But as I can learn, he follows such mad prophecies and dreams and says a wizard told him that by G, his offspring disinherited should be. And for my name of George begins with G, it follows in his thought that I am he, has moved his highness to imprison me.
Ah, why this it is when men are ruled by women. 'Tis not the king that sent you to the tower. Elizabeth, his wife, Clarence. 'Tis she that tempts him to this harsh extremity. Was it not she and that good man of honour, the Lord Rivers, her pious brother there, that made him send Lord Hastings to the tower, from where this present day he is delivered? We are not safe, Clarence. We are not safe.
By heaven, I think there's no man secure but the Queen's kindred and secret couriers.
I'll tell you what. I think 'tis for the best if we will keep in favour with the king. Beware the queen and wear her livery.
Les suplico, mis señores, que ambos me perdonen. His Majesty has strictly commanded that no man shall have private conference to whatsoever degree with your brother.
Even so, if it please your worship, Brackenbury, you may partake of anything we say. We speak no treason, man. We say the king is wise and virtuous, and his noble queen, well served in years, fair and not jealous, and that the queen's kindred are made gentlefolks. How say you, sir? Can you deny all this?
Con esto, señor mío, no tengo nada que ver. I do beseech your grace to pardon me, and also refrain from conversing with the noble duke.
We know thy orders, Brackenbury, and will obey.
We are the queen's abjects, and must obey. Brother, farewell. I will go to the king and do whatever you will need me to do that I need to do in order to free you. Meantime, our deep disgrace in brotherhood touches me deeper than you can imagine.
I know it pleased not either of us well.
Your imprisonment shall not be long. I will release you, or else lie down for you. Meantime, have patience.
No tengo opción. I must. Farewell.
Go. Tread the path that thou shalt ne'er return. Simple, plain, Clarence. I do love thee so that I will shortly send thy soul to heaven, if heaven will take the present from my hands.
But who comes here? The now freed Lord Hastings.
Good time of day unto my gracious lord.
As much unto my good Lord Chamberlain. Well are you welcome to this open air. How has your lordship braved imprisonment?
With patience, noble lord, as prisoners must. But I shall live, my lord, to give them thanks that were the cause of my imprisonment.
No doubt, no doubt. And so shall Clarence too. For they that were your enemies are his, and have prevailed as much on him as you.
More pity noble eagles should be caged when lowly kites and buzzards fly freely. What news abroad?
Shh. No news so bad abroad as this at home. The king is sickly, weak, and melancholy. His physicians fear for him mightily.
Now by St. John, that news is bad indeed. Oh, he has long kept unhealthy habits and overmuch consumed his royal person. Where is he? In his bed?
He is. Go you before, and I will follow you.
Very well.
He cannot live, I hope, and must not die till George be saddled on swift horse up to heaven. Which done, God take King Edward with his mercy, and leave the world for me to bustle in. For then I'll marry Warwick's youngest daughter, Anne, though I killed her husband and his father. The readiest way to make the wench amends is to become her husband and her father. But yet I run before my horse to market. Clarence still breathes, Edward still lives and reigns. But once they're gone, then must I count my gains.
Thank you.
So sorry, lady.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Ready? Lift.
Set down! Set down your honorable load, if honor may be shrouded in a hearse, while I awhile devoutly mourn and lament the untimely fall of virtuous Lancaster. Poor key-cold figure of our King Henry. Pale ashes of the house of Lancaster. Thou bloodless remnant of that royal blood, be it lawful that I thus call forth thy ghost to hear the lamentations of poor Anne, wife to thy Edward, to thy slaughtered son, stabbed by the selfsame hand that made these wounds. Lo, through those portals that poured forth thy life, I pour the tearful balm of my poor eyes. Oh, cursed be the hand that made these holes. Cursed the blood that let your blood spill hence. Cursed the heart that had the heart to do it. If ever he have wife, let her be made more miserable by the death of him than I am made by my young lord and thee. Come now, towards Chertsey with your holy load, taken from St. Paul's to be buried there.
Ready.
Stay, you that bear the corpse, and set it down.
What black magician conjures up this fiend to stop devoted charitable deeds?
Villains, set down the corpse, or by St. Paul, I'll make a corpse of him that disobeys.
What? Do you tremble? Are you all afraid? Oh, no, I blame you not, for you are mortal, and mortal eyes cannot endure the devil. Begone, thou dreadful minister of hell! Thou wieldst but power over his mortal body. His soul thou canst not have. Therefore begone.
Sweet saint, for charity be not so cursed.
Foul devil, for God's sake go and trouble us not. For thou hast made the happy earth thy hell, filled it with cursing cries and deep exclaims. If thou delight to view thy heinous deeds, behold this pattern of thy butcheries. Oh, gentlemen, see! See dead Henry's wounds open their congealed mouths and bleed afresh. Blush, blush, thou lump of foul deformity. For 'tis thy presence that exhales this blood from cold and empty veins where no blood dwells. Thy deeds, inhuman and unnatural, provoke this deluge supernatural. As earth does swallow up this good king's blood, which his hell-governed arm hath butchered.
Lady, you know no rules of charity which renders good for bad, blessings for curses.
Villain, thou know'st not law of God nor man. Fierce beasts even know some touch of pity.
But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
Oh, wonderful! When devils tell the truth.
More wonderful when angels are so angry. Grant me divine perfection of a woman for these supposed crimes, to give me leave by circumstance but to acquit myself.
Grant me disordered infection of a man
Oh,
for these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance to curse thy cursed self.
Fairer than tongue can name thee. Let me have with patience some chance to excuse myself.
Fouler than heart can think thee. Thou can make no honest excuse but to hang thyself.
By such despair I should accuse myself.
And by despairing shalt thou stand excused for doing worthy vengeance on thyself that did unworthy slaughter upon others.
Say that I slew them not.
Oh, then say they were not slain. But dead they are, and devilish slave by thee.
I did not kill your husband.
Why then? He is alive!
Nay, he is dead, and slain by Edward's hands.
In thy foul throat thou liest. God grant me. Didst thou not kill this king?
I'll grant you that.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too. Thou may be damned for that wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
Oh, the better for the King of Heaven that has him.
He is in heaven, where thou shalt never go.
Let him thank me that helped to send him there, for he was fitter for that place than earth.
And thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Ill rest befall the chamber where you lie.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so.
But gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits, and so follow reason's slower method, is not the causer of the ill-timed deaths of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as guilty as the executioner?
Thou wast the cause and most accursed effect.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty that did haunt me in my sleep to undertake the death of all the world, so I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I tell thee, homicide, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheeks.
These eyes could not endure that beauty's wreck. You should not blemish it if I stood by. As all the world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. Oh, it is my day, my life. Huh?
Black night o'ershade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature, thou art both.
I would I were, to be revenged on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural, to be revenged on him that loves thee.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him that killed my husband.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better does not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Name him.
Plantagenet.
Why, that was he.
The self-same name, but one of better nature.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake. Out of my sight! Thou dost infect mine eyes!
Thine eyes, sweet lady, have infected mine.
Would they were basilisks to strike thee dead, with serpent stares that kill with a grim glance.
I would they were, and I might die at once, for now they kill me with a living death. Those eyes of thine from mine have drawn salt tears, shamed their aspects with stores of childish drops. These eyes which never shed remorseful tear, thy beauty has made them blind with weeping. I never begged friend nor enemy. My tongue could never learn sweet, smoothing word. But now thy beauty is offered as fee. My proud heart begs and prompts my tongue to speak. And teach not thy lips such scorn, for it was made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, here, I lend thee this sharp-pointed blade, which if thou please to hide in this true breast, and let the soul forth that adores thee, I lay it naked to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, but 'twas thy beauty that provoked me. Nay, now, quickly, 'twas I that stabbed young Edward. Oh, but 'twas thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the blade again, or take up me.
Arise, thou liar. Though I wish thy death, I will not be thy executioner.
Then bid me kill myself, and I will do it.
I have already.
That was in thy rage. Speak it again, and even with the word, this hand which for thy love did kill thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. To both their deaths shall thou be accessory.
I wish I knew thy heart.
'Tis figured in my tongue.
I fear me both are false.
Then never man was true.
Well, put up your blade.
Say then my peace is made.
That shalt thou know hereafter.
But shall I live in hope?
All men, I hope, live so.
So swear to wear this ring.
To take is not to give.
Look, how my ring encompasses thy finger, just as thy breast encloses my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both of them are thine.
And if thy poor devoted servant may but beg one favour at thy gracious hand, thou dost confirm his happiness forever.
What is it?
That it may please you, leave these sad designs to him that has most cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby House, where, after I have solemnly interred at Chertsey Monastery this noble king, and wet his grave with my repentant tears, I will with all expedient duty see you. Grant me this wish.
With all my heart, and much it joys me too to see that you are become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
'Tis more than you deserve. But, since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I have said farewell already.
Towards Chertsey, noble lord?
No. Only Whitefriars. Attend my coming. Was ever woman in this humour wooed? Huh. Was ever woman in this humour won? I'll have her. But I will not keep her long. Oh. What? I that killed her husband and his father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, bleeding witness of my hatred nearby, having God her conscience, and these strikes against me, and I no friends to back my suit, besides but all those plain devil and dark disguised looks, and yet to win her? Oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 da. All the world against me, nothing for me. Ha! Has she forgot already that brave prince, Edward her lord, whom I, some 3 months since, stabbed in my angry mood at Tewkesbury? A sweeter and a lovelier gentleman, framed with the great bountiful gifts of nature, young, valiant, wise, and no doubt right royal, the spacious world cannot again afford. Will she yet lower her eyes on me, that cropped the golden prime of this sweet prince, and made her widow to a woeful bed? Or on me, whose all does not equal Edward's half? On me, that limps and am misshapen thus? My dukedom is but a small worthless sum. I do mistake my person all this while. Upon my life, she finds, although I cannot, myself to be a marvellous proper man. I'll pay a ransom for a looking glass, and so employ a score or two of tailors to study fashions to adorn my body. But first I'll toss yon fellow in his grave, and then return lamenting to my love. Shine out, fair sun, till I've a looking glass, that I might see my shadow as I pass.
The Play On podcast series, Richard III, was written by William Shakespeare and translated into modern English verse by Migdalia Cruz. All episodes were directed by Lisa Rothi. Radio play by Catherine Eaton. This podcast was recorded under a SAG-AFTRA agreement. The cast is as follows: Matt Fraser as Richard III, Mia Katikbak as Queen Margaret, Citizen, and Blunt. Iram Delgado as Clarence, Dorset, Ely, and Messenger. Nancy Rodriguez as Lady Anne, Oxford, Rivers, and a Murderer. Rachel Crowell as Queen Elizabeth, Norfolk, and Messenger. Sanjit De Silva as Ness Aquino, Buckingham, and a Citizen. Charles Dumas as Edward, Henry VI, Stanley, and Cardinal. Andy Lucien as Hastings, Scrivener, a Messenger, and a Murderer. Gabriela Sacker as Catesby, Duke of York, and a Messenger. Danaya Esperanza as Brackenbury, Ratcliffe, Lord Mayor, Tyrrell, and Richmond. Alma Cuervo as Duchess of York, Sheriff, and a Messenger. Elijah Goodfriend as Prince Edward, a page, and a boy. Casting by the Telsey office, Karen Castle, CSA. Voice and text coach, Julie Foe. Original music composition, mix, and sound design by Lindsay Jones. Composer, producer, guitars, bass, lead vocals, recording, and mix engineer, David Molina. Edwin Ayala on drums. Backup vocals by Manuel Trujillo. Sound engineering and mixing by Sadaharu Yagi. Mix engineer and dialogue editor, Larry Walsh. Podcast mastering by Greg Cortez at New Monkey Studio. Coordinating producer, Transcend Streaming, Kira Bowie and Liana Keys. Executive producer, Michael Goodfriend. The Play On podcast series, Richard III, is produced by Next Chapter Podcasts and is made possible by the generous support of the Hits Foundation. Visit nextchapterpodcast.com for more about the Play On podcast series. Visit playonshakespeare.org for more about Play On Shakespeare. Subscribe to Play On Premium for ad-free episodes and join our Patreon for exclusive merchandise and early commercial-free releases. Go to nextchapterpodcast.com for our bonus content, where you'll find interviews with the artists, producers, and engineers who brought it all to life. And remember, we are not safe.
Join Play On Premium to get merch like t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, ad-free episodes, and bonus content video featuring interviews with the actors, producers, playwrights, and directors who brought it all to life. Go to ncpodcasts.com and subscribe to Play On Premium to support the art and the artists.
Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Your sausage McMuffin with egg didn't change. Your receipt did. The sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal includes a hash brown and a small coffee for just $5. Only at McDonald's for a limited time.
Prices and participation may vary.
Next Chapter Podcasts.